yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. And in the stream, what?
Oh, yeah. There it is. Here we are. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Riley Puddin Peters, coming to you live with my man, the defensive backs quality control coach, Preston Rowe. This is the Trash Talk Tailgate. We're back. Obviously, last week, we took a hiatus. We were out adventuring around Atlanta. We went to the SEC Championship. There's a new video out. Go check that out from the Trash Talk Tailgate. I mean, boom.
It's close to 100 views already, so that's pretty cool.
Go check it out. The SEC Championship game.
I was trolling Texas fans wearing an Oklahoma shirt. It was pretty cool. They're just
yes, he was.
I mean, Riley, there wasn't a lot of Texas fans there though. Where were they?
That is a question that we asked a lot of folks, and everyone had an answer.
Yeah.
There's a video. Go check it out on YouTube. SEC Championship. Look at that. Bang, bang, bang.
Pretty cool.
All right. But we're back. And obviously, since we've been gone, tons happened.
So a lot has happened.
The conference championships, obviously the Georgia-Texas game that we were at.
Yes.
We're looking at a
12-team playoff.
We're looking at the 12-team playoff as it'll sit. Obviously, you had Clemson beating SMU in the ACC championship on a walk-off 56-yard field goal that I had a wet dream to the other night. Dog, talk about a way to win a football game. 56-yard field goal to house it after a fucking a solid return out of nowhere. I mean, insane.
I mean, you have to give SMU credit because they came back. They fought back in that game, and I know
that was nervous. A crazy game.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, to win like that after almost losing like that, what? I mean, I don't know. It was insane. But yeah, absolutely incredible game. Yeah, hats out to SMU. I'm glad they made the playoff.
Oh yeah, they deserved it.
The Tide didn't deserve it as much as they did.
You shouldn't be punished for playing an extra game that you had to earn your way into.
Yeah. You should definitely not be punished for a conference championship.
No.
But yeah. But in the meantime, we also had the college football awards released. And of course, last night we had the Heisman Trophy ceremony, where we found out about Travis Hunter's favorite song, which was pretty sick. As also someone that is also a Lil Wayne fan, I was like, "Fuck yeah, Travis Hunter! 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot punch."
Oh my god! Lil Wayne is just he's on that Snoop Dogg career trajectory where he's just everywhere now. Lil Wayne is just everywhere.
Oh yeah, man! And when you're getting shouted out by the Heisman Trophy winner, I mean, that puts you prime time real quick.
That's pretty cool.
All right, let's run down these awards. So, of course, the Davey O'Brien, the best quarterback award, Cam Ward out of Miami. I mean, I feels like it's a pretty fair pick. There's some good ones out there, but Cam Ward, he definitely had a great season down there at Miami. I mean, one of the best outcomes I could ask for out of that Hurricanes team for sure.
Bastard.
But they looked great all season until Syracuse.
And also, I'm always gonna take a shot at Ohio State. I mean, Ohio State fans, tell us how you feel right now, because Kyle McCord balled out at Syracuse, but all y'all told us that he was the problem last year. I don't think he was the problem. I just think that once again, Ohio State is soft as baby shit. So,
10 ply, baby. 10 ply.
10 ply.
But yeah, no, man. Cam Ward down there in Miami. I think he definitely deserves it.
I think you could have said Dillon Gabriel, but I think he's the only other one.
I think Dillon Gabriel definitely has an argument. I know a lot of people, every media person is saying Shedeur as well.
Yeah.
But, Cam Ward is definitely deserving of it. Chuck Bednarik Ward, the best defensive player, went to Travis Hunter.
I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Like, just I think Abdul Carter at Penn State, he had an unbelievable year as well. I mean,
that's true.
Yeah, Caleb Downs is a great DB, but when you're the Heisman Trophy winner, you're probably going to win the best defensive player as well.
Yeah. So. And he's, a very, very good talent.
Yeah.
At corner.
4
interceptions, 1 forced fumble. It felt like all his stuff was like just big time, big moment plays. Like the ins and outs. Obviously, he plays so many plays in every game. Like he's gonna be there on the field for most of the plays. And it's just when you have a player like that, the fact that not only can they be there on the field, which sometimes is all you're asking, but not only can he do that, he's going to show up and, might pull an interception, might get a forced fumble, really definitely might, break up whatever pass you
got. True.
If you're going to come at him, he's going to knock it out. You just don't even throw it to him. The Doak Walker Award, best running back.
The best
Doak
running
Walker,
back.
Running back.
I don't think this was really even close.
Yeah, man. I think Omarion Hampton. No, I'm just kidding. Austin Genty. Obviously, dude, he is just a monster. This season is insane. He still has a chance to break Barry Sanders' FBS record.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
It is crazy.
Thought is wild.
He's gonna have more games to do it, but still, it's still insane.
Yeah, no, it's definitely considering the fact that when Barry Sanders played, he had a very good team, like an offensive line round. But like Austin Genty, he's got a solid offensive line, but that's fucking Boise State, dog.
Yeah.
Like,
he ran.
He's doing it on the blue turf.
Riley, if you remember week 1, this was a long time ago, but Boise State, they lost to Oregon by 3.
Yeah.
And Oregon's the number 1 team in the country, and he went off against the number 1 team in the country. And I think you also could have had Cam Scatabo as a finalist.
I was actually going to say this. I've been tooting the Cam Scatabo horn. We'll see what he does. But yeah, no, definitely Austin Genty on the blue turf deserves the Doak Walker.
Can I just say something, Riley?
Yeah.
This might be controversial. I don't know. I think Ashton Genty is the best player in the country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At a position that's such a difference maker like running back, by the way, what up, Launch Fanatic?
Oh,
welcome to the stream. At a position that's so important like running back, Austin Genty being so dominant. The Michael Myers memes are very fitting for the way that he stands in the backfield, and it's just intimidating, man. Like you know that they're gonna bring it. It's coming. You know what's coming. It's hard to stop.
There's nothing more demoralizing as a football player if you know exactly what the other team is gonna do, and you still can't stop it.
Yeah, man.
And that is the essence of Ashton Genty and the Boise State run game this year.
Absolutely. So Launch Fanatic, I'm glad you're starting to pick up on the hashtag hire the TTT trend. He says Preston for Chicago head coach.
I appreciate that, Launch Fanatic. That's awesome. I don't know. Do I want to subject myself to that kind of pain and suffering though? Because I I mean, I think I could turn them around if they gave me full control. I don't think they give me full control. And if you're not going to let the TTT do whatever the fuck they want in terms of football and personnel decisions, what's the point of hiring the TTT?
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
You got to hire him as coach and me as GM.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Outland Trophy, best interior lineman.
This
Kelvin
one
Banks
doesn't make
Jr.
sense to me.
Yeah.
Because it's best interior lineman, but you're going to give it to a left tackle. Now, Kelvin Banks is awesome. Kelvin Banks is amazing. Like, I love Kelvin Banks. He's going to be a top 5 draft pick, most likely. But
I'm so glad I also was saying, as I was reading it, I had that same fucking thought. I was like, am I just misunderstanding what an interior lineman is? But I will say, didn't he move around a bunch?
He did. But he's primarily their left tackle.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Give it to him on some BS because he played 6 snaps at guard once. But I think, there's, especially because there's other people, like, I mean, obviously the other finalists, Mason Graham, Walter Nolan, like, definitely, hey, those two could also be up there for, who deserves this award. But
I think,
he's a great player. So I don't know.
I love Walter Nolan, but I think the obvious guy should have been Mason Graham. Like, everyone knows about what he did against Ohio State. Bro, he single-handedly demolished Ohio State's game plan.
Yeah.
In that game. And he's a huge reason why they're able to pull off that huge upset.
God, I bet you had a great night that night.
Oh yeah, dude. But it wasn't just the Ohio State game, though. He did that all year. Like, he's probably going to be a top 5 draft pick as well. Because, as you all know, if you're a smart organization, you build in the trenches.
Yep.
You got to get those big boys up front. Those should always be your premier draft picks if you're trying to build a winning organization, a consistent organization.
Yeah.
Another Texas player, Riley.
Riley,
how do you feel about all these Texas players winning awards? Because you got to play them soon.
Hey, man. Doesn't it make you look better?
Yeah, that's true.
Jahdae Barron out of Texas. He was the Jim.
Jahdae.
Jim Thorpe Award, Best Defensive Back.
Yes.
Bam. I love how in the thing it says the Longhorns moved. The SEC wasn't an issue for Barron. That's funny.
Jahdae. Yeah. This one doesn't really make sense. I mean, I think Jahdae Barron's a great player, but you have the Heisman Trophy winner, and Travis Hunter also won the best defensive player, but he doesn't win the best DB. Like, I don't know.
I mean, it's one of those things where you got to, I don't know, give him the best defensive player to give someone else the best defensive back.
Yeah.
Also, I think it doesn't make sense because I think Malachi Starks was.
Oh, he's a stud.
They had some rough, but he made such big plays all season. I mean, Jahdae is pretty good though. It's just
dude.
And that is, I mean, that's such a hard. Oh, there's some really good DBs right now out there.
Yeah.
All right. The Biletnikoff Award. Travis Hunter, Colorado. There it is, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, we were talking about this one before the stream started. And I mean, really, I think it's crazy that Ryan Williams wasn't a finalist.
Well, Ted McMillan is a beast too.
That's the one I'm not saying is wrong. I agree.
Ted McMillan, but if you're going to go, if you're going to go Ryan Williams, you could also go Jeremiah Smith at Ohio State.
True. I'm not familiar with Nick Nash's game down there at San Jose State, to be honest.
Oh, dude, he's a stud. You can make a serious argument he could have won this award too.
All right. But I feel like, there's obviously college football has got so many great wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's some wide receivers like Luther Burden, who's honestly just as talented as these dudes, but he's stuck on Mizzou. He was like, he fucked up and stayed at Mizzou.
He'll be a top 15 pick next year. Like, I mean, he's a stud. I know firsthand. I had to coach against him.
So I mean, Travis Hunter, though, the end of his season, like the dominating, like final couple games he had just to seal his career.
Yeah,
I think he deserved it. Once again, it's also just crazy. What he did is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, all these guys are talented, Ted McMillan, Nick Nash, even, Ryan Williams, Jeremiah Smith, like we said, all these dudes are talented. No one did what Travis Hunter did.
Yeah.
And, I feel like he deserves also not because like he was literally just as good. He was a good motherfucker. God damn it. He's out there catching.
Yeah.
14 touchdowns, man. Come on.
I mean, by the way, Riley,
Yep.
I think we have to pour one out. Do you know who we have to pour one out for?
Who?
We have to pour one out for Florida State. Do you know why we have to pour one out for Florida State?
Because DJ Uiagalelei is going to try to play college football as long as he can?
No, because Travis Hunter, he was committed to Florida State right up until signing day, and then he flipped to Jackson State with Deion, and that obviously hurt. But the other reason we have to pour one out for Florida State is because Florida State not only lost out on one Heisman Trophy winner, they lost out on two. Because last year, Jordan Travis was so good for Florida State. When he got hurt, the committee said, no, you guys don't deserve to be in the playoff despite being undefeated. So clearly, he was the best player in the country, right?
Yeah. That's what they said.
That's what the committee said, just saying. So, yeah, just pour one out for Florida State. It's been all downhill from there for my Seminole friends.
I mean, just to derail us a little bit more, but it's not like we have too much pressing. Last night while I was out, a random, like this old guy wearing a Florida State like varsity jacket. Not a real one, just like that style jacket. Was like, he saw me, I was wearing a Clemson sweatshirt. And he was like, beat Texas. I hate those fuckers. And I was like, oh yeah, sir.
That's awesome. Why does he hate Texas though? He should hate Alabama.
I listen, dude.
Literally,
he said beat Texas. I hate those fuckers. Everyone hates Texas. That's true. Actually what that's 100%. That is like that's everyone hates Texas.
Everyone does hate Texas. All right, yeah. I just wanted to have that little side note.
All right,
pour one out for Florida State. Coach of the year,
Curt Cignetti. Listen, I know he made Indiana an absolute powerhouse this year. I still think it's dumb he left JMU. He could have done similar things at JMU, I swear to God. I swear to God he could have. Just, not in the Big Ten. They're stuck in the Sun Belt.
Yes and no. I agree with you, but at the same time, like, because of the way that TV revenue and revenue shares are going, especially with the Big Ten and the SEC, if you're not in one of those two conferences, you're going to get left behind. So I understand why you jump ship. Because Indiana, like, despite how bad they are, they're still in the Big Ten.
For sure.
You know? Right.
It is just the Big Ten. The Big Ten, geez.
I'm not mad at Curt Cignetti winning it, but I do think that you should have a special shout out to Kenny Dillingham as well. Because Kenny Dillingham, he took over a mess at Arizona State left by Herm Edwards and Antonio Pierce. They kicked Jaden Daniels out the back door. So let's Riley, is Jaden Daniels good?
I mean, if you ask Herm Edwards, yeah. But if you ask the Heisman committee, that man is a baller. And if you ask me, he is the Slim Reaper.
He is the Slim Reaper. But Kenny Dillingham, he not only took Arizona State to the playoff, he got Arizona State to a bye in the playoff.
He won.
Like,
He
got them
won a
top 4
conference
seed.
championship with them.
Yeah.
He won the Big 12. I mean, you're right. But I don't know. I think what Kurt Signetti did with Indiana was also unprecedented. I mean, what were they last year? Like, not great in a lot of losses. I mean, this year they went 10-0.
Yeah.
And then, like, now they're finishing 11-1. The only loss was the Ohio State.
Yeah.
Man. That's a good squad. You can't convince me anything else.
No, I agree.
But I mean, Kirk Signetti is an absolute a baller of a coach. I think he definitely deserves this. It's hard. There's some great coaches.
Yeah, no. Like I think I would have voted Kurt Signetti, but I think you need to shout out Kenny Dillingham because what he did was really special too.
And that's what the TTT is here for. We're here to give shout outs to people that deserve it, that don't get recognized.
Exactly.
Like the Bubs. We love the Bubs.
We do love the Bubs. Oh, Riley, this one is just find this award ironic.
I listen, I saw it when I was doing my pre-show, just looking at stuff. I saw this and I've been waiting for it. The Ray Guy Award for the best punter. I'm not even going to try that Polish last name. Eddie from USC. Lincoln Riley creates the best punter in the country.
That's amazing.
Maybe the Bears will pick him up in the draft.
No, they already have a punter. They already have a really great punter. That Caleb Williams texted saying, "We're never gonna punt." Like, you're not
the most Bears thing to get a backup punter. Waste a high draft pick.
I don't want to take away from the USC punter, but Riley, did you see what happened with the Bears last week in the first half of their game? They had more punts in the first half than they did total offensive yards.
Goddamn.
Isn't that amazing?
Working hard.
Yeah, dude.
Or hardly working.
Caleb Williams, dude, he's a punter's best friend.
Yeah. You'll get you a workout, that's for sure.
It's so funny because Lincoln Riley, he's always known for these great offenses. But I've been saying this for a long time, bro. Every single year, his teams get worse and worse and worse. And I think that's true at USC. Like, he was handed a fucking Ferrari at Oklahoma, and he crashed it. Then he had an out, and he went to USC, and he took Caleb Williams with him. Didn't do anything with Caleb Williams. Couldn't win the conference. And now USC, they win 7 games this year, 6 games. Like, that's not what you want if you hire a Lincoln Riley. So I just think it's hilarious that the punter wins the best punter in college football.
His punter. Other finalists, Florida State's and Georgia's, who is a great punter. He doesn't punt a lot, but he's nasty.
Oh, yeah.
All right. The Lou Groza Award, best kicker.
Yes.
Kenneth Almendarez from Louisiana. I mean, 27 for 29 on field goals. Only missed 1 extra point.
That's pretty cool. That's insane.
I mean, that's pretty good, dude.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
The Raging Cajuns get themselves a best kicker award.
Led all kickers with 127 points. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah. God. I bet you he was the highest scoring player on Louisiana's team.
Yeah.
There's no doubt he wasn't. All right. The Maxwell Award, best player, Austin Genty. I think you nailed this earlier.
Hashtag Genty. He's the best player in the country. It's okay, dude. Hashtag CTE.
Hashtag CTE.
Ashton Genty's best player in the country.
I mean, it's just not much to say. I'm just reading through it. It really just, it's just the same stuff. But him not winning the Heisman, I think he's deserving of this award for sure.
In any other year, he would have ran away with it, and that's kind of the frustrating. Like, it's not to take away from Travis Hunter.
Yeah,
they're both very deserving, but I feel like this is one of those years that you kind of wish maybe you could have split the award between the two. Like, I know that's not going to happen, but the point is they were both deserving of the award, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, I mean, this is absolutely fact. But yeah, the Maxwell Award, that's obviously that's the big one. Besides the Heisman, you want to win that one, you want to win your position, and I think him winning best running back is obviously just a definite, but best athlete.
Did they not have the best tight end, the Mackey Award? I didn't see that.
I didn't either.
Well, in case you guys didn't know,
there's some other ones.
Tyler Warren won the Mackey Award as the best tight end. The Penn State tight end, the fucking Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, absolute savage. The Johnny Unitas, this is just some other ones that weren't in there. The Johnny Unitas Golden Arm with the Shadur. The Bronco Nagurski Award. Damn, that wasn't on there either.
Yeah.
Nagurski.
Kyle Kennard at South Carolina. He's a stud.
The Lombardi also went to Kelvin Banks.
Yeah.
The Walter Camp went to Travis Hunter. The Remington went to Seth McLaughlin out of Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
That's makes sense.
Yeah.
Campbell Trophy went to Jalen Milroe.
Yeah.
The Lott Impact Trophy. I don't even know what that one is. The Paul Hornung Award went to Travis Hunter as well.
Yep.
The Purple Trophy went to Nick Dawkins out of Penn State. I don't know what that is either.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like these are just made up. I feel like the farther down you go, these are just made up. I guess they're all made up, but all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Riley, now we have football to talk about.
We do have football to talk about, man. We had
pretty cool.
One of the most legendary games in all of football, Army versus Navy this weekend.
Yes.
Navy comes out on top. After, Army coming into this game was theorized to be a dominant winner for this. But I think that just goes to prove that, we say with every rivalry that, throw out the records, whatever. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a battle. But this one is just even more specifically because it's such a rivalry. It's such a passion. Both these teams are very similar. But Navy gets out of there with a big win. Boom. Just so simple.
Dude, I mean, both these teams are triple option teams. It's hard to defend the triple option if you're not disciplined. You have to be disciplined to defend the triple option. But see,
even when you are disciplined.
The most frustrating thing about playing a triple option team is that whenever they do throw it, it's usually for huge chunk plays because everyone sells out for the run.
Yeah, I mean, in the way that this year's Navy has brought that into the game plan and really brought that around, it's been very interesting, very fun to watch.
Yes. Did you see the big punt, dude?
Absolutely.
This was awesome.
This scared me for him at the end. I was like, oh God, no, come on.
Oh God. Dude, look at that blocking scheme. Look how they set that up. And then he fumbled it. Thank
God they returned it or they recovered it. But
they recovered it.
No, not the big man fumble. Come on.
Look at that.
Rumble, young man, rumble. She's a fumble.
Luckily, they were able to fall on it, but that was huge.
Yeah, that was. I mean, such a beautiful play.
Such a beautiful play, dude.
A good fake punt. I mean, Army's quarterback, the interceptions at the end of this game are ridiculous. They threw some rough, they just lost this game. It was crazy.
Yep.
I mean, obviously they're not a throwing team, but this kid's been all right most of the season. He just
Yeah.
really started whiffing. Ooh, opening drive touchdown. Wow. Missed the full screen. Boom. Carried and slammed, baby.
Oh yeah.
The trenches. Trench warfare, baby. Shouts to the uniforms, man. That's one of my, I mean, you know, in the modern uniform era, that's one of the most important things is how sick the unis are. And they killed it.
Dude, it's always
Navy.
just a fun game. Like, it's a fun game most years.
277 yards on the ground.
That's insane.
Their quarterback had 204 of it.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I mean,
that's the triple option for you, dude. That's it.
That is 100% the triple option. And then, you know, like you said, bro, just their Army's quarterback just threw 3 interceptions, 7 of 16 for 65 yards. That is
Army numbers.
God, that is Caleb Williams in the NFL numbers. Holy shit.
That's not true. That's way less pass attempts.
That's true.
Oh God. Yeah, no, this was exactly what you expect.
Yeah.
They threw 4 passes to 4 different people. That's hilarious.
Yep.
I mean, you know.
Oh
God, so many tackles. Not a lot of tackles for losses.
No.
Army did get a sack. That's insane.
Nice.
Go to the team. Then what?
Go. I want to see what the third downs was on the team stats.
I mean, Navy. That's pretty good.
7 of 13. That's incredibly efficient. That's over 50%.
Yeah.
Army, not so much. 5 of 14.
Yeah. Now that right there, though, both of them. Look, 4th down. If they get they go in.
Look
for
at the total yards.
I gotta look at the time. Damn near the same time of possession. Though. That's kind of crazy.
They're triple teams, bro.
Also, the fucking 5 penalties for 70 yards out of Navy. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that is kind of.
They're definitely gonna run for that. I have a feeling.
Yeah.
If I had a guess. I mean, it's fun that this wasn't the best game played in Northwest Stadium this year. I was going to say FedEx Field. And I was like, oh, it's not FedEx Field anymore. Also, this is an old picture. This is the picture that's on ESPN, by the way. Do you see that?
I do see that. Yeah. Wow.
I think about that every time.
Offensive, Riley.
Yeah, right?
How dare they?
Bring it back.
Very offensive.
Talking about bringing it back. Anyways, all right. Yeah, man. Army versus Navy, though. Great game.
So, yeah, you know, Navy, they get out of there with a 31-13 win. Army, dude, they had a shot at the playoff, and they completely blew it.
Notre Dame is apparently our nation's military's kryptonite.
True. Notre Dame beat both. Dude, Notre Dame fucking hates the armed forces. They beat Navy and Army this year. They fucking hate the armed forces.
They ruined both of their amazing seasons.
Yep, dude.
Notre Dame is anti-Army. They might as well be protesting our soldiers as they return, telling them that they're baby killers. It's crazy.
I was gonna make a Catholic joke, but I'm not gonna do that.
No, dude.
No,
they're already baby killers. We're not make them touch them too.
That's true.
God, that was messed up. All right, we're moving on. Let's talk about some bowl games. Yo, I love, dude. This is one of the like classic tropes of college football is just the name of the fucking bowl games.
They change every fucking year, dude.
All right, let's go through some of them. The Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl. We got Memphis versus West Virginia.
Shout out
Frisco,
to my boy
Texas.
Ryan Silverfield, head coach
Yeah.
at Memphis. Hampton Sydney alum.
Hampton Sydney
Love,
alum.
love Ryan Silverfield.
I think Memphis is going to win this game. I mean, West Virginia is an
agree.
all right team, but Memphis, when they get rolling, they can go.
I mean, Riley, by the way, God, I guess we should talk about when we talk about the coaching hires, but West Virginia made a interesting coaching hire, to say the least.
I mean, they're so excited about it. We'll just go.
I mean, dude, bro, I feel like we're in the Matrix, bro, because Scott Frost went back to UCF. Rich Rod went back to West Virginia. Like,
that's crazy.
It doesn't feel real, you know?
I'm a better coach now than when I left.
I mean, Riley, those West Virginia teams under Rich Rod were so much fun. Pat White, Steve Slayton, Noel Devine, Jock Sanders, like they were a lot of fun. Like I know they were everyone's go-to in the old NCAA games, like NCAA 08, 07. Like they were those that spread option concept. It took college football by storm, and now obviously it's kind of adapted, but no one had answers to those Rich Rod West Virginia teams. They were a lot of fun. But West Virginia fans seem really excited about this. So
West Virginia fans are really excited about this.
Yeah, they are.
All right. But Memphis at West Virginia.
Yep.
Definitely going to take Memphis. Western Kentucky versus James Madison in the Boca Raton Bowl. It's an FAU stadium in Boca Raton, Florida.
Yeah.
Why? Obviously I'm gonna go with JMU here. Pretty much a hometown team for me.
The Art of Sport LA Bowl.
The Art of Sport LA Bowl, baby. Cal versus UNLV. I don't even know how Cal made it to a bowl game. But it's in SoFi. It's such a random game to be in SoFi.
That's true.
Like they're not going to get close to selling it out.
No, the R+L carries New Orleans Bowl.
Yeah, Georgia Southern versus Sam Houston.
What the fuck is that?
The New Orleans Bowl, baby.
No, the
it's RNL carriers. That's really how you're supposed to say it. But
okay, whatever.
They're an 18-wheeler company. That's the best way to explain it to you.
The Staff DNA Cure Bowl.
Hell yeah, dude.
Ohio, Jacksonville State. Okay.
Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl in Tampa, Florida. Raymond James.
Formerly known as the Outback Bowl. I preferred the Outback Bowl, but whatever.
The Outback Bowl's got to be a different one because the Gasparilla Bowl has always been around.
Has it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's
the Gasparilla Bowl's always been around. I've never heard of the Cure Bowl.
Neither have I.
So that might be what the Outback Bowl got replaced with. But the Gasparilla Bowl's been around for a while.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I know how to say that.
The college football playoff, Indiana,
obviously,
at Notre Dame.
Round one. Yeah, this is one of the big ones here.
In-state game. That'll be pretty cool. Also,
this is the rest of the playoff.
Also, by the way, fuck the college football playoff for one reason. If you're going to have home games during this...
They smell like cheese.
Oh, yeah. If you're going to have home game... Riley, do you know about this? Do you know how they're not allowing these teams to have a home field advantage?
Hell yeah.
Like, if you're going to have home games at a college football playoff tournament, then you need to make it feel like a real home game. Like, I know,
yep.
They've allotted an equal amount of tickets to both teams. Like, if you want it to be a neutral site game, then just have it at a neutral site. Don't tease us with playoff home games and then not allow the home team to have a home team home field atmosphere. That's stupid.
Yeah.
That's really
I don't know.
fucking dumb.
I feel like most of these fan bases that have home games, it'll still feel like a home game.
I don't know. Like, like
I get what you're saying though.
Yeah.
I definitely I get what you're saying. I think literally all four of the teams that are home are very much known for their home field presence. And I can't imagine that they're not going to be absolute dickheads.
That's true.
But yeah, all right. So, Indiana versus Notre Dame's first, and SMU Penn State.
I think SMU can win that game.
I think SMU can win this game, dude. SMU's a very good team. They will get rolling they proved it against Clemson.
Yeah.
Even if you can get out on the lead to them, they can score so fast. And Penn State just isn't that. Like, they're going to have to grind them out. They're really going to have to control SMU.
Oh, yeah.
And dominate time of possession. That's really their chance. And, it's crazy to say that, but that SMU team, man, they've got talent. They've got speed. That's really a lot of it. Clemson versus Texas. That's the 4 p.m. game. Obviously this is just everybody's good taking Texas. I mean, Texas has got is an 11-point favorite.
I think that's insane. I think that's insane.
Yeah. I mean,
it should be a lot more. No, I'm just kidding.
It should be 15 at least. 2 touchdowns.
No, I think Clemson has dude, think about this, bro. This is how insane the playoff is. Clemson is a 12 seed. Clemson was the last team into this playoff.
Skirted in by their fucking teeth. Yeah. I mean, we've had for Clemson, not the best season, which is crazy. But, we're here off of that ACC championship win.
You guys still, and I know Dabo Swinney will be the first one to say this. You guys haven't played your best football yet.
Truly.
Like, you haven't.
If we can dial in our offense, dude, if our offense can hit for more than 2 quarters, we can beat Texas. But so far, our fucking offense can only hit for 2 quarters. That's all we got. We got 2 quarters. Garrett Riley has 2 quarters of good football. Our defense will play 4 quarters, but when you're playing the best teams, you're going to give up touchdowns. It's just inevitable. Even the best defenses give up, a few points. And it's our offense can score 2 touchdowns, or we can play 2 solid quarters of football, and then it's just what is happening? What is going on? And, and if we can put it together and we can play a whole complete game, we can definitely beat this Texas team.
Oh, yeah.
Tickets as low as $69.
I mean, we thought about going. The TTT considered going to that game. That's insane. That's absolutely insane.
$69. That's nice.
And now for the game that I am most excited for.
The 8:00 slate, Tennessee versus Ohio State. I mean, obviously this is the 9 versus the 8. This is the mid matchup, the one where it's like the 2 teams that are, ranked wise the closest, but I feel like the matchup here is actually really good.
I think it's a bad matchup for Ohio State.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's kind of offense to defense wise. I think it's a bad match for both teams.
I think Ohio State has proven they've struggled to stop the run, and their offensive line is still beat to hell. And if you were gonna tell Ohio State who's the one defensive line that you do not want to play that can most mimic what Michigan did to you, it would be Tennessee.
Clemson. Oh, yeah, you're right, Tennessee.
Because James Pierce Jr., he's a stud. He's going to be a top 5 pick. And, dude, Dylan Sampson is one of the most underrated players in the entire country.
For sure.
He's a stud.
Wasn't even mentioned on that list, and he's a baller.
So this is just for me. I'm not a Tennessee fan by any means. I think their fans are insane and batshit. I need Tennessee to win this game.
Hell yeah.
I need Tennessee to win this football game. Because Riley, should we go ahead and announce it now?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, unfortunately, Riley will not be able to be there. But me and our executive producer, Jasper, Jazzy, we are going to this game. And we're going to do just what we did at the Iron Bowl, what we did at the SEC Championship game. We're going to talk to a bunch of insane Ohio State fans. And if Tennessee wins that game, bro, Columbus might burn to the ground.
Yeah. Ryan Day might be thrown out of the city on people's shoulders.
He's going to be burned at the stake, bro. It's going to be amazing. Like, I need that to happen. I need Tennessee to win that game.
And then, of course, we have, once these games are finished, we got the larger. So, winner of Clemson, Texas goes play Arizona State in the Peach Bowl. Tennessee, Ohio State, winner of that goes plays Oregon in the Rose Bowl.
Yep.
Boise State gets the winner of Penn State, SMU. And then Georgia gets the winner of Notre Dame, Indiana. So we have what is going to be a very interesting slate of second. I mean, all of the matchups, all of the potential matchups in the second round seem interesting as well.
So, Riley, I agree with you. I just want to say one thing.
Yeah.
All you idiots, because there was an ongoing debate throughout the year of, would it be better to have a 1 seed or like a top 4 seed and a bye, or would it be better to be the 5 seed? Because a lot of people thought the 5 seed might have an easier path. Well, motherfucker, the 5 seed has to play Clemson, who I would argue is probably the most dangerous team in this tournament right now. So, yeah, it just goes to show you that, these dudes, they don't know what they're talking about. They're idiots. Yeah. So I need to come watch the TTT.
Yeah, if you think that not having a bye week before what it will be one of the hardest slates of college football in recent memory, I can only assume. Like, nah, that's crazy. Want to play an extra game in the playoff? Sure, buddy, sure.
Yeah.
The thing that people don't take in mind is football is a very dangerous sport, and every extra game you play is just 60 minutes of potential of losing your best player, any player. And, you want to avoid that as much as possible.
Football is an inherently violent and dangerous sport. So, yeah, you want to try to minimize that as much as possible. So, yeah. All right, Riley.
Some more shitty bowls real quick. I just saw this one. I wanted to say this because I think this is funny. Coastal Carolina at UTSA, but it's the Myrtle Beach Bowl and it's at Coastal Carolina Stadium.
That's really funny.
So the Coastal Carolina will be the away team at their own stadium.
That's pretty cool.
The Hawaii Bowl, South Florida versus San Jose State.
Yep.
Any other fun? The Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl, Oklahoma versus Navy. Nice. Georgia Tech versus Vanderbilt, the battle of the amazing quarterbacks.
Dude, the battle of the nerds. Let's go.
the Birmingham Bowl in Birmingham, Alabama. Nice.
Haynes King and Diego Pavia, bro. I'm gonna watch that game. That's gonna be a fantastic game.
That'll be a fun game for sure.
Yeah.
Friday, December 27th. Check it out. All right. Oh, the Pop-Tarts Bowl, 18 Iowa State versus 13 Miami. Now that's gonna be that'll probably be a good game.
That should be a good game, yeah.
I mean, that's a hilarious game. The Alamo Bowl, BYU versus Colorado. What? A potential Big 12 championship match? What should have been? What could have been? What wasn't?
Yeah.
That's actually kind of crazy.
That is crazy.
Louisiana Tech versus Army in the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl. It's in Shreveport, Louisiana, though, so that's kind of a home game for La Tech.
It won't be.
They don't travel, not even that far. Iowa versus Missouri in the Trans Perfect Music City Bowl. That's kind of fun.
Yep.
Oh, the Alabama Michigan Request Bowl.
The ReliaQuest Bowl. Oh, that's what it
ReliaQuest.
was.
That
That was
is,
the
yeah, that's
Outback
it.
Bowl. Yeah, that
That's
was
it,
the
for
Outback
sure.
Bowl. Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Louisville at Washington, the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. That's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, South Carolina at Illinois. This is the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. Yeah. And I think, Taxayer Gator Bowl, Duke versus Ole Miss.
Ole Miss should win
Duke's
that.
Mayo Bowl, Minnesota versus Virginia Tech. That's in Charlotte.
It is in Charlotte. Mm.
And then the Bahamas Bowl, Buffalo and Liberty, the luckiest teams in the NCAA.
Yep. Those are
yeah.
yeah, dude. I'm always excited for bowl season. It's the most
It's time to
wonderful
go
time of the
bowling.
year, dude.
Time to go bowling.
It's time to go bowling. All right. Now I feel like we kind of buried the lead on this.
Yeah.
Because we haven't talked about the biggest news.
Let's talk about it, dude.
Let's talk about it.
I mean, Bill Belichick is now the head coach of the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. He is putting the UNC in UNC.
Chapel Bill,
dude. UNC Bill.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, listen, I don't know how it's going to work out. I don't know. Is he going to be good? Is he going to? It's so hard to tell.
Yeah.
A lot of people seem to think his style won't fit the college world.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if you know this, Riley, but in terms of his style, Bill Belichick is responsible for giving us the greatest college football coach of all time.
One of the greatest college football coaching trees of all time as well.
Yes, this is
theoretically
true.
He is the granddaddy of them all, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah, he is. I mean, and I feel like he would have had to have talked to Nick Saban about this, right? Like,
hey, would you believe that? I bet you Nick Saban was probably in his ear, guiding like most of the way.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine they've definitely been talking. I mean, they've been on camera a lot together.
Yeah.
This season. So like they've definitely been interacting a lot, and I can't imagine that Nick Saban definitely wasn't involved in this process in some capacity, at least most likely as an advisor to the great Bill.
Yeah, I mean, Nick Saban, he got out because of NIL and the transfer portal, but if Bill Belichick
an NFL
thinks
coach.
But like college football is becoming more and more like the NFL.
Exactly.
So
the exact reason why Saban left is the exact thing that Belichick cut his teeth doing so well.
Yeah. And I mean, if he's able to get the support and the structure, I've always said, dude, UNC is a sleeping giant because they have a lot of money. They're one of the few Jordan brands in college football. Kids love that. I mean, they've always.
They're also like
football.
They're a lot of people like them. Like, and I don't mean like fans. There's just like UNC is one of those brands in college sports in general that people just, when they start doing good, they start supporting them, even if they aren't like a diehard fan. That's a school that when they start getting good, they can start selling out quick. People like the colors of the school, like you said, the Jordan uniforms. They always got sick uniforms too. Just like that kind of energy. And they are a basketball school traditionally. At least that's where they really cut their teeth with success.
Yes.
And that school, when they start doing well, I mean, they bring that energy to the football field. But when they're not doing well, they just don't show up.
They are definitely a sleeping giant. Like,
I've
said that for a long time. Like when Mack Brown was there, like, I mean, I know Mack Brown, and that dude, for a 70-year-old, Mack Brown has the most swag you will ever see out of a 70-year-old, and kids love that. Like when UNC hired Mack Brown, I was scared shitless as a Tech fan because I knew they were going to be able to recruit really well, and they were going to And they did do that. Now, they had 2 NFL quarterbacks. They couldn't really win
Yeah.
anything with them, but they had a bunch of talent. They just couldn't put it together.
But they've been playing
And
in a absolute mix of a conference.
the thing is with Bill, even when he didn't have Tom Brady, they still had a top 10 defense every single year. Like Bill Belichick has not lost his fastball on how to coach. His problem has always been talent evaluation.
Yeah.
And but once he gets the players, he can coach them. It's just, can you evaluate the talent properly? So, we'll see who he hires with his staff to, is he going to hire like a
Now,
GM type role?
Here's a question that honestly, I think like not very many people could really answer, but definitely you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it gets easier, the job of talent evaluation? Does it get easier stepping down from the NFL to college?
I've never evaluated at the NFL level, but
you've coached NFL talent, so you kind of understand what that talent looks like that you're seeing.
I think talent, you just kind of know it when you see it. Like, yes, you have to evaluate it, but I think if you're good at your job, you just kind of know it. Like, does that make sense? Like, I know that's not really an answer, but like, it's kind of a cop-out, but like, so I
guess you're saying if you're not good at it on any level, you're not going to be good at it on any level.
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of think that, like, you watch them on tape and then you evaluate them in person, and you watch them live, and it's just, if like when I was around Kobe Turner and Malik Mustafa, you just knew these guys are different. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, they did stuff in practice, and they looked different. They were built different, and like, you just know an NFL player when you see one. Like, like a fucking 6'6", 315 offensive lineman that can move and has quick feet and has long arms, like, and is athletic. He's different than everybody else on the field. You know what I mean? It's just,
for sure.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely. I get it.
I think evaluating doesn't get easier or harder. You just have to be good at it. Like, if you're, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's definitely going to need some people around him to guide him in here. His son, obviously part of the deal is that his son would get to be head coach in waiting.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, but nepotism will get you there.
I will say this though.
I will say
this. So, this is for like the top, high school athletes. I think people at the recruiting services do a better job of evaluating and projecting talent than NFL scouts do. If that's like these ESPN analysts, they come on there and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're like, oh, like they said Mel Kiper said Logan Thomas was going to be a top 5 draft pick at quarterback. He now plays tight end. Like, and if you watched him, you could just see this dude is not a quarterback. Like, he's not. And it's, you know what I mean? Like, I trust 24/7 Sports with, like, I think they are the high school evaluation, like, Bible. Like, I think they're very, very good at what they do. I think they're better than, not everyone's going to be perfect, but I think overall, I think they are better than what the scouts for NFL teams do.
Yeah.
Makes sense? Like,
I think the backups on the lacrosse team better watch out, though. They're going to get a text. I need a wide receiver. You want to come?
Yeah, gee.
All right. But yeah, man, I mean, it's insane. Just the era that we're coming into with the NIL and like all the money that's getting thrown around college football. I think Bill Belichick actually may have a better chance of fitting in here. But I think we all know that this is just him trying to prove himself to get back into the NFL.
Well, speaking of that, bro, Would it really be a TTT episode if I didn't find a way to shit on the Jets?
Got to.
Nah, dude. So it was reported a few days after he was hired by UNC that Bill Belichick reached out. He was so desperate for an NFL job, he reached out to the Jets. And as we all know, Bill Belichick hates the Jets. He fucking despises them. He resigned on a napkin as the Jets head coach after being there for like less than 24 hours or some shit. He hates the Jets. But the fact that he reached out to them to kind of gauge their interest in him as their next head coach, I think that kind of speaks volumes. But do you know what the Jets' response was?
What?
The Jets respond. Now, keep in mind, they fired their head coach, Robert Saleh, on October 10th. So that was 2 months ago. The Jets' response was, oh, we're not sure yet because we just now started our head coaching search. Motherfucker, you fired your head coach 2 months ago.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What do you mean?
Classic Jets bumbling.
How are you supposed? I know it's about Bill Belichick, but how are you supposed to take the Jets seriously when they say shit like that?
Yeah.
You fired your coach 2 months ago. The reason you fire a coach mid-season, in theory, is to get a head start on the coaching search and the coaching candidates. But you're going to wait till the end of the season to do it? Why?
Who knows what they're thinking, man? I don't know what to say, dude. Who knows what they're thinking? I mean, it really is. It's kind of mind-numbing how wild the news out of that organization gets. Like, you're telling me that, like, I hope that they at least talk to someone. Come on.
But it's the Jets, dude. What evidence do you have that would support that?
None, exactly. But you just hope in your heart, you're just like, please tell me you guys have at least been trying. You telling me that you're just whatever.
Yeah. I mean,
we'll figure it out. Yeah.
I did. So scroll back up, Riley. I did think this was really cool because we talked about this before the show. Like,
right,
so Bill Belichick, his dad was an assistant coach when he was little, like when he was a little kid at UNC. And apparently his first words were beat Duke.
Beat Duke.
Isn't that kind of cool?
That is kind of funny. I mean, I guess it's one of those things. It's been a long time coming, and he's here.
Yep, he's here.
He's putting the Unk in UNC. Actually, all right. So,
bro, isn't it really cool how UNC went younger?
They did, man. They went from 73-year-old Mac Brown to 72-year-old Bill Belichick.
That's awesome.
All right. I do have one thing that we hadn't talked about that I do want to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
I just saw it sitting over here. This is kind of wild. So we did talk about Louisiana Tech playing Army, but we didn't talk about why Louisiana Tech is playing Army. That's because Marshall, 30 of their players have gone to the transfer portal after their coach left.
Yeah, Charles Huff left for Southern Miss.
Which is crazy because Marshall was a top, like he had them at a top position and Southern Miss was at the bottom.
Yeah.
And I know it's the same. They're both Sun Belt teams. He's just switching. And obviously he's probably taking a bunch of players with him, it looks like.
Yeah.
So, how different will it be? But it's just like the whole move is weird.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but if Marshall has shown you that they're not dedicated to supporting the football team, then why would you stay?
It's fair. No, I get it. It's just,
I mean,
everything about it's insane.
It's weird. I mean, do you think that we're going to get more of this moving forward? Like transfer, like so many transfers leave that they can't field a team for a bowl game?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to be the last time.
No, I don't either.
I have a feeling it's not going to be. I mean, obviously, I would just hope it never becomes like a common thing. But I think we get like one team. I think if we get a situation like this where you have a coach leaving a team and going somewhere else, and you can bring a bunch of players with them,
Mm-hmm.
you might get this. But I think I think that'll probably be where it stays. 36 players. Damn.
I think that is one thing that is really cool about NIL is now that these players are getting paid, I think a lot of it is, they have, certain clauses in their contract that, you have to play in the bowl game or, you have to finish the season or whatever.
Yeah.
And like if they get hurt, they still get insurance money plus their NIL money. So I think that is a good thing about NIL. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
All
right.
But that is crazy.
All right.
What else?
I have some clips from us going to Atlanta. I just wanted to show.
That's pretty cool.
All of these are on our Facebook, but
Damn. I love the screaming.
And then we have this guy.
This guy was cool. He was the first guy we talked to.
Wow. Can't help but bring a smile to your face. That is just amazing.
Yep.
All right. So let's go look through the games for today. We got Chiefs versus the Browns in Cleveland. I mean, I think this is a dangerous game for the Chiefs. Not that the Browns have been crazy good, but this is the exact kind of team that they'll beat.
It all depends on what Jameis we get because, as you know, Riley, Jameis,
for sure,
he can go off, but he can also throw 4 interceptions. And
I guess that what I'm saying is this is the kind of game where Jameis goes off.
Yeah,
against the good teams this season. I mean, the Browns are 3-10, but those 3 wins are against good teams. At least 2 of the 3 wins. I don't know about the third, but 2 of the 3 wins are against. They beat the Ravens and the Steelers.
So Riley, you brought up the Browns record. I just want to point out something real quick. The Browns are 3-10, but do you know what their draft pick is right now?
What?
It's 8th.
Damn, that's crazy.
Isn't that funny as fuck?
That's wild.
It's kind of poetic.
That is. I mean, that's insane. Being 3-10 and still almost not getting a top 10 pick. Wow. But I think the Chiefs, man, besides the Bills, they just find a way to win.
I think the Chiefs, yeah.
All right.
The Browns just find ways to lose.
For sure. And the Chiefs find ways to win. The Bengals versus the Titans. I hope the Bengals win this one for their sake. They should definitely beat the Titans.
I think the Bengals win this game, but there's a part of me that doesn't think they should. Like, if you're a Bengals fan, you're not going to make the playoffs. Like, you have like maybe a 1% chance of making the playoffs at this point. Do you just shut down Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase for the rest of the year? Like, do you just I know, you know what I mean? Like,
maybe Joe Burrow. I don't think you shut down Jamar Chase. I think there's something different about shutting down a wide receiver.
Yeah, that's fair.
But Joe Burrow, I honestly, at this point, not for, believing and giving up. But I think you might be right because Joe Burrow's just been kind of fragile in his career.
I mean, just think about this, Riley. Jamar Chase is going to win the Triple Crown. He's probably going to win the Triple Crown, which he's going to lead all NFL receivers in catches, yards, and touchdowns, more than likely. Joe Burrow has thrown 33 touchdowns. He's going to throw for over 4,000 yards, and he has 6 interceptions. And the Bengals are 5-8. Like, that's insane.
It's something, man. It's something.
It's ridiculous. Like, how do you that is organizational malpractice. That is a poverty franchise at the highest level. Like, how? I feel so bad for Joe Burrow, man. I feel so bad for him.
All right. We have the Commanders at the Saints. So, I mean, I'm going to go with Commanders off the rip, of course.
I mean, it's the Marshawn Lattimore revenge game.
It is the Marshawn Lattimore revenge game. I'm excited to see him play. I do think the Commanders are going to win this. I am a little worried, though, because that Saints pass rush past couple weeks has kind of been reinvigorated. And, I mean, Chase Young, obviously, this is also the Chase Young revenge game. But him and Brian
Chase Young on the Saints now?
Yeah, Chase Young.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he's on the Saints. Damn. And him and Brian Brzee the past 2 weeks have been mauling.
Oh, yeah.
And that's, it's been a lot of the Saints kind of resurgence. I mean, obviously they only beat the Giants, and I can't remember who the other team was, and they only beat the Giants off of a blocked field goal from Brian Brzee. But, we can't take this team lightly.
Brian Brzee, motherfucker.
I do love Brian. He's a great player. I mean,
he is a great player.
Got a game-winning field goal block. You can't talk too much crap on that. That's pretty impressive. I'm going to take the Commanders.
I like
Jinx. The Commanders. All right, Ravens at Giants. Ravens.
I just want to point out something, Riley. So on Hard Knocks, all you Giants fans, you can get mad at me. On Hard Knocks, the GM said my goal is to compete for Super Bowls. How's that working out for you?
They got like a 0.5% chance, maybe. Like a 0.001% chance.
No. I mean, I don't know, dude. I think Hard Knocks, I don't know why the Giants agreed to do that because it just exposed what we all knew is that the Giants are a poorly run franchise, but I wasn't expecting the level of ineptitude that we saw on Hard Knocks. And I think you're seeing the results of it. They're 2-11.
2-11.
Yeah, give me the Ravens. The Ravens are going to roll. So
Cowboys at Panthers, Bank of America. This is
you want to hear a fun fact?
Yeah.
This is the first time Bryce Young has been favored to win a football game since he was at Alabama.
The fact that the Panthers are favored to win this game is kind of crazy.
It's insane. It's the first time they've been favored in 34 games.
You know what? I'm taking the Panthers.
I'm taking the Panthers, dude. Give me the Panthers.
All right.
They've been playing really well. They should have beat the Eagles. They were a drop Xavier Leggett pass away from beating the Eagles last week.
And it was a close one.
They've been playing really well. So give me the Panthers.
All right. We have an absolute battle of the mid. We have the Jets versus the Jaguars. This is the toilet bowl.
It is the toilet bowl.
Obviously, Sunshine's out.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mac Jones.
At some point, it's gotta work for me. I'm taking the Jets.
Dude. When were you ever going to learn your lesson, bro? No, you never pick the Jets to win anything. The Jaguars. Give me the Jaguars.
All right. We have the Dolphins at the Texans. NRG Stadium is going to be the host of this one. I mean, the Texans, dude, I feel like the Texans, they're a dangerous team depending on which version of the offense shows up. But CJ Stroud, I got the faith in him. I'm gonna take the Texans here.
The Dolphins still have a chance to make the playoffs, but they need to win this game. I think they're going to be motivated, and I think they go into Houston. I think they get a huge win.
Okay, Mike McDaniel's got to coach them. It's not cold. It's
not cold. It's a dome. That's
Oh
the
man,
key.
I didn't think about it. It's not cold. Damn,
It's
the
not
Dolphins could
cold.
do it. All right, the battle of the ponies. We have the Colts versus the Broncos in Denver. You know what's hilarious?
What?
This game in Denver is one of the warmest and nicest weather projections of the week. That's crazy to think about. Well,
This
Denver being one of the warmest teams to like one of the warmest places to play.
you know, this is the Peyton Manning Bowl.
Yep.
This is the John Elway Bowl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I like the Broncos. Riley, when have
Yeah.
I ever picked Anthony Richardson to win anything at the NFL level? I'm not doing it.
Never.
Nope.
Never. He
Nope,
hasn't
I'm
done
not
it.
doing it.
Bo Nix, Sean Payton, they're gonna kiss for a victory.
They are. It's
All
going to
right.
be cool.
This is the game. The game. I mean, we got 2 games this week that are just like back to back, and they're the bangers. Both of them are in the 425 slot, which is ridiculous.
Yes.
First one, Bills versus Lions. A potential Super Bowl matchup preview.
The winner of this game could have the MVP at quarterback. I don't agree with it, but I think that's kind of the way the NFL is going. I think Saquon should be the MVP personally, but
Saquads.
Saquads. I mean, Riley, it's when have I ever picked against the Lions?
When have I can't pick for the Bills as much as I never pick against the Lions.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Lions, baby. Give them to me.
The Lions.
Without Aiden Hutchinson, this team is still continuing to win, lining up week after week and dominating the opponent across from them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a well-built team, such a well-coached team. I think it's hard to pick against them.
Do you know how demoralizing it is if you're Josh Allen and you score 6 touchdowns against the Rams, but you still lose?
It smells like teen spirit.
Yeah.
All right. The next one, we have the battle for Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah.
The Steelers versus the Eagles. It's in the link. It's bitter. 39-degree weather. Cloudy, as it is in Pennsylvania often. 2 teams that are coming in absolutely juiced up. The 10-3 Steelers, the 11-2 Eagles. What do you think we see out of this one?
I think the Eagles win a close one. I think the Steelers, a lot of people are just going to kind of write off the Steelers. Oh, all they do is just play defense, and their offense isn't very good. Russell Wilson's been playing really well the last few weeks, but I still like the Eagles at home.
I'm going to take the Steelers, man.
Wow. Okay.
I think the defense of mixed matches that the Steelers will create may be able to play off of some of the Eagles' few weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
And Russell Wilson, man, they've been so consistent since they got their groove.
Yeah.
I think they need to win this game as much as the Eagles need to not lose. The Eagles don't need to win this game. They need to not lose it. The Steelers need to win this game.
Do they, though? They're 10-3.
They're 10-3, but no one believes in them.
That's true.
Like, this is if they're to be taken serious, like, this is the game they lost to the Browns.
They did lose to them.
No one takes them serious as a 10-3 team. This is their chance to come out and smack top team and, have a big win. Also, if the Eagles lose, that'd be swell, especially to the Steelers, because that's one of the teams that beat us.
Yeah. All right.
I need the Eagles to lose. God damn it. Come on, Steelers. Mm-hmm. All right. Patriots versus Cardinals. I mean, anyways, the Cardinals.
There's rumors that Jerod Mayo might be fired after 1 year. Like, the Patriots are in complete disarray. Ever since, they fired Bill. Shocker, Riley. Ever since you fire the greatest coach of all time, things might not be going so well for you.
It's just not the same.
Yeah, it's give me the Cardinals. The Patriots are a fucking train wreck right now.
All right, the Buccaneers at the Chargers.
This should be a fun game.
This should be a fun game, but I think the Chargers are going to win this. I mean, they're playing good football when they're on.
I really like the Bucks. You know, they're starting to get some guys back from injury.
Yeah.
I think I like the Bucks in this game. I think it'll be a really close game. I like the Bucks. I like the Bucks.
He likes the Bucks.
I like the Bucks.
All right, we have the Packers and the Seahawks. This is the night game. What are you thinking?
I like the Packers. Geno Smith, he turns the ball over a lot. Now, Jordan Love, he's been prone to turn the ball over too, but I still like the Packers. I like the Packers to go into the 12th man and get the win. I like the Packers.
He likes the Packers.
I do like the Packers.
I think the Packers are also going to win. I mean, that's a pretty good team.
Yeah.
Pretty consistent. They show up and they play football. And then we have the almost inevitable double Monday game.
Riley.
Yes.
Riley. So
yes.
Why? To me, this is just proof that the NFL hates the Bears because they already subjected the Bears to play on national TV on Thanksgiving earlier this year.
Giggity.
And, you know, they fired Matt Eberflus because of the fucking disaster at the end of that game. Why are we being subjected to watch the Bears on Monday Night Football? Why?
Especially being kind of fed to the Vikings.
Yeah, dude.
Who knows? All right, last game. Falcons versus the Raiders.
Oh, dude, give me the Falcons. The Raiders are a dumpster fire.
Another dumpster fire.
Yep.
All right. All right, man. Well,
that's pretty
great
cool.
One. It's a great episode, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, chat, for interacting with us. And please keep liking, commenting, and subscribing, checking out all our stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But
we got a lot of really cool stuff coming down the pipeline, you know, because we're trying to grow this thing as big as we possibly can, and we need y'all to help us. So we really appreciate all y'all. You know, we do this for y'all. So yeah,
we do it for you.
Yes, we do.
Thank you for tuning in, folks. This has been a wonderful episode. We got to get out of here, y'all. Peace.